Next up, we've got Nick Hynes, who's the CEO of SOMO. I've worked with Nick and known him for a long time because he used to be the CEO and founder of Searchworks. And prior to that, he worked at Overture on Air Miles as well. So thank you, Cam, and please welcome to the stage, Nick.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much, Ian, for not mentioning the fact I sacked you 10 years ago. You've done very well since. It was a difficult expenses issue. I don't want to go into details. So good morning, everybody. Thank you very much. Today I'm going to talk to you very rapidly about practicing in mobile marketing. So first of all, I'd just like to introduce my agency, SOMO. We're a full-service mobile marketing agency. We cover, basically, we're vertically integrated. Every aspect of mobile marketing is covered by our business. That's because it's a small, emergent sector still, getting bigger every day. So it's important that you can offer a full range of services to clients. One of our clients is TruePhone, and we're going to talk about TruePhone in a second and how we've transformed them using all those four boxes. First of all, I just want to talk a bit about the reason why I'm here. Mobile media consumption. Basically, in the last 2 or 3 years, this has really started to move the dial, as you've seen all the numbers before. What I'm focusing on here on this slide is really more about the emotional context of why mobile has become such an important media and so quickly. And I think from feel-good factors through to convenience, through to privacy, through to just the fact that you can't get the internet in any other way, and finally the fact that there are unique things that bring mobile alive. My favourite app, without doubt, and I live in London, is Tube Deluxe. Any Tube Deluxe fans here? No? Okay. Tube Deluxe, nothing to do with us, not a client of ours, didn't build it. It tells you when the next train's arriving at Piccadilly Circus, where it's going to, or any station on the whole Tube network, and it gets me home a lot quicker than I used to, so it's fantastic. Half of these people up here are clients, most of them are not, the other half aren't, in fact. The point is these guys have all moved really quickly into the space. This client, TruePhone, has actually focused its product around the mobile world. It's basically bringing either free or very, very cheap phone calls to mobile phones. And TruePhone has been extraordinarily innovative right through from early Nokia's through today to the iPhone 4. And basically, to get operational, you need to just download their application onto your phone. In the early days of Nokia, frankly, you needed a PhD in mobile software to achieve that task. Now, with the iPhone and Android phones, and they've just gone live with Android, it's a very, very simple process. So their problem is getting across a very complicated message to quite a targeted group of people. And our job was to try and help make that happen. So we used our classic sort of agency approach here. We looked at who were the most important customers, the most valuable customers. For them, obviously, international business travels, also students, international students, and huge expat communities. So we put together a media plan and a campaign focused around them. Then there's a whole range of other people who aren't quite the top segment of their customers, and we reach them through the blind networks. And there's many, many different blind networks. AdMob, recently bought by Google, is fantastic. InMobi, another example of a similar type of network, very good as well. But you need to really, really understand what those blind networks represent. And when you're in a blind network, what are you going to get back? It's a lot cheaper, you get a lot more volume, that's great, but exactly which sites you're going to be appearing on and when, that's almost impossible to know, and that's important if you've got a sensitive brand. And finally, I would say this from Search, at the end of the day, all this awareness activity, all this learning activity, somebody somewhere hopefully will remember at some point when they get a moment to put in the white box, TruePhone or free international calls on my mobile or some sort of search term like that. And it's important that at that moment, after all that awareness and communication, that you're always there and at the top of those listings. And that is absolutely critical if you want success in attracting customers in the world of mobile. These are 3 examples of that in action. One on the left in The Economist, obviously really, really focused on international business travelers, the core and most lucrative market for TruePhone, as you'd imagine. Secondly, we're on the Telegraph here, but we're Telegraph through AdMob. which we obviously knew was one of the potential sites we could be on. We could be category focused and handset focused, but we couldn't be site specific. That's a drawback of blind networks, but the price is very attractive. And then finally, at the top of the list on TruePhone on search, as I say, you can see the real estate. It's obvious. If you're not there in those 1 or 2 listings, you don't exist. So your mobile search strategy is critical to success. And then, in a classic way, it's a CRM stroke direct marketing techniques, the same sort of process. You would be doing this offline as I was 15, 20 years ago. And it's exactly the same process. You're testing first, you're focusing on the sources, you're focusing on how many churn, you're focusing on lifetime value and average revenue per user. These are open marketplaces that we're buying media in. The price of those media is changing all the time. You have to reflect all the time. Classically, TruePhone will be running on 50 plus creatives on about 10 different networks across different handset types in different countries. That's a vast amount of factors. And unless you have proper, grown-up, industrial strength yield management, then you won't get the best result you possibly can. And this is an example of getting the best result. Obviously, I can't give precise numbers, so we've given an index here. Everything below 2 on the bottom scale is meeting the target, and everything, the further north you go on that top scale, it's a better conversion rate. The size of the circles determine the actual volume we're getting through. It's an analysis tool. It's great for marketeers to be able to see instantly exactly where they are with the campaign. And with so many moving factors, this is really important to communicate what's going on. And that's the result. It's indexed, I'm afraid, because we can't give precise numbers. But that is in a between 6 and 7 figure volume of downloads over a number of months. We took over the campaign in November. We tested through December, and then we started to really expand from that point onwards. And to this day, we probably do as many, if not more, tests on a weekly basis than we were when we started. That's the nature of running a global campaign in a voracious, competitive marketplace. That's why we love mobile. It's a very fast-moving environment. It's like being the internet for me back in '95, so I feel like a kid again, believe it or not. And it's just non-stop fun. And with SOMO, hopefully we'll help you get a good result with it. So thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the day.